seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
For the encore, if you know, you know.
Play fake. Cousins. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 27.
A very solid gain of 27.
Vikings first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Cousins to throw it. He's got Smith here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there was a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
10 yards on the pickup.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Cousins again. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Dan Bailey lining up.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And
they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll find Metcalf. And hang on, we got an injury. And that's DK Metcalf. The wide receiver yet to get back to his feet. We'll check on his status when we get back. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, and look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. First carry for Carlos Hyde. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Carlos Hyde, see you later. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
He fakes the give here and looks to throw. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
A gain of
the end result, 21 yards.
And the Vikings first.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Cousins. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
6-yard line.
First down, a run with Hyde. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. This is Carson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Yannick Ngakoue, just as hard to say his name as he is to block. He's there in on the stop that time. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He finds Dorsett, it's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
And 5.
555. Let's go double count right here. Double count. Check 55 to mine. Check 55 to mine.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Myers' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down.
1st down, Vikings.
After 1, 17-7 is our score.
Score Seahawks 17. Vikings 7.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On play action, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Kyle Rudolph.
I love the durability of Kyle Rudolph. He hasn't missed a game for the Vikings since 2014. Always on the field, always contributing. They keep calling him a dependable target. He can be that and more. And remember, in the overtime win against New Orleans in the playoffs last year, who caught the game-winning touchdown? That guy right there, Kyle Rudolph.
Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To the air again, it's Cousins. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Adrian Peterson in his
his 14th NFL season. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Throwing is Cousins. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On 1st down, Wilson. Dorsett's got it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. It's caught. Lockett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
It's always interesting when you get ready for a Seattle Seahawks game, because when you think of their receivers, you think of these guys going to be 6'3", 6'4", 225 pounds out on the perimeter. But Tyler Lockett, he shatters all of those thoughts. Much more like a water bug, but maybe their most trusted target downfield. Led Seattle with 1,057 yards last season, operates in the slot and outside, and is tough as any receiver in the NFL.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And able to find Dorsett. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Seattle Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
For the extra point.
And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can...
And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Quadre Diggs.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Good for a Seahawks.
What a great rookie campaign in 2019 for DK Metcalf, who came in with high expectations, was actually upset that he went in the second round, not the first round, but quickly proved everyone wrong who didn't take him prior. 900 yards receiving, 7 touchdowns, and looks exactly like a Seattle Seahawks receiver is supposed to look.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins now. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
26 yards.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And now a first-time Pro Bowler from the season ago. It's Dalvin Cook. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's got this down to the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, a give to Hyde. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's tackled.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield.
Wilson.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it third down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A run there with Cook, not going to accomplish much. Call it no gain. 2nd down coming up. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the counter with Cook. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Hands to Dalvin Cook.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
3rd down.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now Cousins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 25. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
33-yard line.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Come on. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Wilson. Complete here. It's Hyde. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
The 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
One thing about the Seattle Seahawks offense, they are a run-first group, but when they throw the ball, they want to throw it downfield and sting defenses. And Philip Dorsett provides great speed and a good target downfield in order to get that done. Nice catch there. His speed adds an extra dimension to the Seahawks offense.
Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it'll be 2nd down. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
A give to Hyde out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Play action. It's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He lets it fly for... This is caught at the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Sometimes I need
All the talk when Russell Wilson came into the league about his height, those big defensive linemen, can he get the ball over him? Well, you get him outside the pocket like that, doesn't really matter.
No, it really doesn't, and you're exactly right. Many people dinged him for that and said, how's he going to see over NFL linemen? He never did, right? At whatever level, he saw through them and found pockets and windows to throw the football. But as you noted, when he's outside the pocket and his vision is totally clear, oh, look out, because he's going to find someone downfield, as we just saw there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Complete.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Go, go, go. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Everyone, you got 4 down. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike Black. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Cousins on 1st down. And Rudolph has it, the tight end.
Cousins.
That catch good for only a couple.
Rudolph.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
That's out to the left and complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
A 2-yard gain.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete.
Complete.
A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
I don't care how you look at it, how you cut it, how you parse it. Adam Thielen continues to be an absolute marvel coming from where he did, Division III football, to being one of the top receivers in the NFL. But it's going to be vital for the Vikings in 2020 to keep number 19 on the field, especially since he lost his old running mate Stephon Diggs to the Buffalo Bills. And a hamstring injury last year really held his numbers in check.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Cousins now from the 50. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 47. Past the 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They start the drive with Cook. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Cook, the Viking ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
A gain of 16.
Well, the evidence is once again presented why he was such a top target at LSU. And Justin Jefferson carrying that over to the NFL. He's what a lot of people call a natural pass catcher. What I love about him, his ability to play the ball in the air, and at the moment of truth, go up and take it from a defensive back. This guy is smooth.
And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
First down.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And this one hauled in by Rudolph. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
I got you, pump. Check three, check three, check three.
They'll throw again. Cousins over the middle here to Rudolph. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
First and goal.
Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check three, check three, check three.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They try again with Cook. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
They'll come out in the pistol. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
All day, dog. Mike 55, Mike 55. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now here's Michael Dixon, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing, Cousins. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. And he's out right at the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins again. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
The Vikings 1st down.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. To Jefferson on the slant. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To the air again, it's Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Right there, 54, right there. Done. 54, Mike. Let's get the ball. 54 is Mike.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. Open man is Switzer, complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
And goal at the 2-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Number 33.
Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score Seahawks 41, Vikings 20.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
They run it with Carson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard. They run again with Carson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line. Tonight's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year.